Hey, Jim, what are you doing? Oh, there you are. Ah, well, I know everyone's figuring I'm going to be fixing the X5 charging system soon because it took a crap. I guess it's been over a week ago now. But that's not really going to be what's happening today because, I've been letting my beautiful wife Shannon drive, letting. That's not the right way to put it. My beautiful wife, Shannon, has been driving our 650i since the X5 battery seemed to fail, and I assumed it was the charging system. But then I haven't taken the time to actually look into it since because I've been very busy with the Bluebird. When you have a whole fleet of old BMWs, it's probably not the best idea to buy an old classic motorhome that's been sitting around forever. But when do I ever do the smart thing? So my time has been taken up quite a bit by the motorhome lately. And of course, I'm still working on remodeling the house. And the kitchen's torn apart, so I have to work on that somewhat today. But today, the problem is, let me show you. There she is. Ooh. It's a barky dog. All right, this is my beautiful, it's a 2008 650i with a 6-speed manual. And my wife is driving it yesterday. Now, I haven't tried this yet. Okay, yeah, starter kind of ran what seemed like it was a little slow. Saying, okay, it's got all sorts of problems. It says low coolant, and it said brake sensor, and it says low tire pressure, right front tire low. Stop carefully. But that's not the real problem from what I was told. Although all it's really whining about right now is the tire. Shannon said that it had the battery symbol up and said there was a charging system failure. So let me drive it around the block and put it in the driveway. Okay, there it is. The battery came on and all I did was drive it like 2 houses, do a U-turn and come back. So the battery the battery light comes on and it scrolls and then it goes between right front tire and charging malfunction. So it says charging malfunction, and I was pretty sure that's the problem in the X5, but the X5 never said charging malfunction. So maybe the X5 is not having a charging problem and it's something else. Because I've been taken up by a Wanderlodge, I haven't really looked into it. Now, this is specifically saying charging malfunction. I believe there's a function on my Harbor Freight scan tool that does an alternator test. So let's try that. See if that's going to help us determine if the alternator is dead on this. And if that's the case, it looks like it's way easier to get to on this than it is in the X5, even though they have essentially the same engine, I think. Okay, let's do the alternator test on this. And if it does say the alternator is no bueno, of course, I'll swap in a new one. But then later on, I'll do the same test on the X5 and see what it says on that. Today, Shannon's driving the X5. I put it on the battery charger when I got here last night and charged it completely. So even if it's not charging, it'll get her to work and back because she only works about maybe 5 miles from home, which is convenient when you're married to a maniac that insists on having a fleet of crappy old unreliable cars. It's really bad when we have 8 cars in a trailer and I have to drive her to work. That does not help my standing in the neighborhood. Anyway, let me go get the scanner and let's try this out. So this is my Harbor Freight acquired Zurich ZR11, and I'm gonna plug it in here. Okay, hold on. Okay, the plug is way back under there, under a little hidden door. So it's trying to link up, but I'm going to put in the key and push the ignition button, but I won't put the clutch in. So the ignition is fully on. And let's see what we've got here. There's any hotkey. Okay, we're relinking now that the vehicle is on. I can turn off the radio. Okay, so all of that looks good. Let's see. System tests. Oil reset, battery reset, battery alternator monitor. That's what we want to look at. Alternator monitor. Engine needs to be running at normal temperature to begin this test. Start engine, turn on your headlights, and press to continue. Okay. Oops. And I just pulled the plug out. I was trying to push in the clutch. So let me get back to this point. With it plugged in, I'll get back to this point and then we'll start the car and see what happens. Okay, we're running. And get back to that. Alternator. Okay. Says to press to continue. Turn on your headlights. Okay. Let me turn on the headlights. The lights are on. I'm holding it at 2,000 RPM until the countdown reaches 0. I've never done this before, so I have no idea. Alternator monitor, 10 point... Oh, that's looking bad. Yeah, it says it's only at 10 volts. Okay. Turn the headlights off like it said. Under the acceptable limit, this could cause damage to the battery. Okay. We'll have it inspected at us. So, there we have it. Zurich ZR11 has given me definitive proof that the alternator has died on the 650 when here I thought I had a problem with the alternator on the X5. Okay, I'm going to go in and order an alternator for this car, and when my beautiful wife Shannon gets home, I'm going to perform this exact same test on the X5 and see what it says. That's a pretty cool thing that I had no idea that this scan tool could do. That's pretty neat, and it was a pretty cheap scan tool. Thank you, Harbor Freight. Nope, they haven't started sponsoring me yet. I don't know if they do that anyway. Okay, so the 650 is going to need some work. I will do the alternator replacement in a separate video when the parts arrive. I'm sure it will be interesting because I have no idea what I'm doing and I've never done it before. But thanks for watching.